Hello, everyone. So, as you can see, we don't have any blur filter and it's still black and white because today we have a technical issue that caused the old app to not working. So, we are left with this one which don't have any blur filter. So, we're going with this. And this is OBS. So apparently, because the mic is here, I can record it in such a pristine voice. Not really pristine, but it's like okay to listen to. And we have figured out how to do the live stream. And I feel like in the near future, we're going to do that, like a really live stream. But then I just, I realized that when I was trying to work it out. Apparently, we need 24 hours to make the live stream works on YouTube. So we were waiting for that. And we are like, okay, so for today, we're going to record it as usual, but this one is actually recorded in OBS. And I realized that I don't have any, my my restroom is actually not locked because there is no locked from the outside. So it looks scary, but it's fine. It's nothing there. If it's moving, it's probably because of um cats. So yeah, hopefully nothing move it. And because we don't have any blur filter, you can probably like tell a few things. And what I'm scared of is that if if my spiritual gift acting out and out of nowhere I help this spirit manifested itself and you see things, I'm scared the shit out of that because I have numerous occasions where something like that happened because I was in front of a camera and something just contacted me in that time and something else appeared but me. So either the face is gone, either something else is happening, either the voice is there. So I'm actually really anxious right now for things to happen that way. So yeah, hopefully nothing is happening and it just my it just that my usual anxiety is feeling like that. So hopefully it's not happening. And we actually want to talk about something. This is something that I understand myself that many people are struggling with because we are at the age where nothing can sustain our belief. And I have this guy asking me, I was dating that I was asking now. We're not dating, we're just like getting to know each other. And this guy asked me about what do you think about God? Do you believe in God or what do you think of it? Because I wrote like I'm an agnostic and he asked me about it and I'm like I believe and I said I believe in higher power, but I'm not a lowly being. I may be human in this time, but I know more than I need to and at times I feel like God. Am I God? I am in my limited ways and so is other things, alive or not alive. I'm including all the stone that's staying still, the wind that you can never see, the space in between that has no meaning. For me, God is everything. I enjoy seeing people worshiping something, whatever form they are, because that's what they are capable of believing. I don't judge. I include their God in my understanding of God. This reality is God. That's what I believe. So that is my definition of God. It was a definition that I come up with because of how I can sense things, of how I can sense darkness, of how I have integrated so many different aspects of myself that I get to realize nothing and everything is God. It's like a two contradictory thing that happened there. There's nothing that is God, but there's also like everything is God. Because we can't quantify God. We cannot subjectify God. It's just that God is everywhere, including in ourselves, including in everything else. Either it's alive or dead or staying still and or just like never been alive. It's just moving on its own like the wind. So God for me is a part of reality. And that stillness is what makes everything moving because they are because God is the building stone of what this reality is all about. So it's a little weird to talk about it because I'm wearing veil and I said that I'm agnostic. It's really weird to say that because many people will question, well, why do you still wear veil if you're so agnostic about your belief? Well, I have been coming out to my parents and I have been training them to never to control me in any way. But this part is like I'm asking to be in total abandonment, that I am playing safe. And I have never been someone without fail. So that is also part of why I have been delaying to take this one off. But I have been taking it off every now and then when they are not around. So that's for sure is has been happening. But it's just that in between I don't I don't try to make such a rebellion to be like in front of their face. I did it behind the scene. I did it unknowingly and I never like talk it out. I have been detaching myself from my parents for quite a while, but this part of experience, which is about God, it's something that I have never talked about because I understand my parents is a bit fanatic and I'm scared to be put in asylum. I'm scared to be put to be abandoned in such a way. So I playing it safe until I can sustain myself, until I'm ready to eventually coming out to them to say like I don't actually believe in the same way that you guys believe, but until then we will play this role. So yeah, that's one of the things that I'm aware that people will question why am I agnostic when I'm wearing veil, but it's not because I don't believe, I don't trust, I don't have clarity upon my belief. It's just that circumstances happen and we need to play some sort of role to still fitting in. But God for me is everything. And I get to understand that nothing out of this world is not God. And it is such an omnipresence moment where I sense everything is God, but then I also sense that they have their own individuality and that conceptualization is something different than everyone else. It's not that there is no God, like what atheist people believe. It's just that we are playing in someone's world right now, and we are borrowing, we are renting on their idea of what reality is until we can sustain ourselves to make our own reality. I'm actually scared the shit of that door to be open. But yeah, and with everything that is inhuman are still God. So trusting and love comes together when you try to understand God, because you can't separate it. Even in shadow, everything is still God. So the omnipresence happen because it's everywhere. You can't really separate yourself from it. You cannot really separate yourself from the idea that you are God. But everything has its own limitation because we are borrowing the light. But it's not like we don't have any individuality. It's just that in this very moment, we are playing in someone else's world. I can't believe we are getting back into that. Circling back around to the idea how I am with my reality with my parents. So, yeah, that's all I want to say. So, we're going to get back tomorrow. Hopefully, we can live stream. And I'll see you tomorrow.